What's up, guys? It's your boy FIFA Trickster, mostly known as Pele. Today I have a special guest speaker here, the Golden Ball winner forward. I had to say it, you know it. He's in here, and
Yeah,
Vonnegut. So
Yo,
they could just introduce
hello
themselves
everyone.
really quickly.
Yeah, so I basically made him say that because I only won by one vote, apparently, which I think is, well, I mean, should have been more, but whatever. I'm the little manager. I'm not big-headed in real life, don't worry. I've been little manager since the beginning. I'm enjoying my time so far in the VFL, so hopefully many more seasons to come.
All right.
yeah. Oh, I'm Vonnegut. I don't play for any current team. I did play for Marseille. I am the admin that runs the French division, but I still am Bruce Lee's little bitch. But yeah, let's get into this.
All right. So
Hopefully
that was harsh, but Bruce Lee's probably gonna watch this and kick your ass, kick you out. But going on with the standings, we have Lyon and PSG at first, second, tied in points. Goal difference is the decider. Lille's in third, and then the other top six are Saint Etienne, Toulouse, and SM Canyon. Well, actually, that's surprising. I didn't expect them to be there, but those are the teams on the top six. There's 4 games to go so far. So pretty much I will go on and just say, honestly, the league title, it's probably going to be the top 2. But Leo can get a fight. But Harkins, it seems like what I've been talking to him, he seems like he wants to just focus on the team, let the team just play with the way they do. They won it last year. He said it's by luck, so I guess it is luck.
We don't need to pressurize ourselves. We're 2 points behind. It's not ours to win. It's PSG or Lyon's to lose. We're just there. We're going to do our best, and anything that we can win is a bonus. But it's not necessarily our main objective now, because at the moment those 2 teams that are first and second are the strongest. So
yeah,
I'm not hoping for it.
Yeah. And Lyon haven't actually lost a game since the first loss, so they've pretty much been an undefeated streak for about 14 games now. So they're pretty in a good form, and they can't actually finish the season by winning it if they just win at least 2 games. The games to watch are pretty much Lille versus Lyon. Because I know that one game can be a major factor for Lyon. Because if they do drop point, PSG can go on. Because PSG play nice, and they play Canyon, which is one of them is top 6. The other one is dangerous. Have been playing really well too. Vonnegut can talk about a little bit more about the fixtures that's going on this week.
Yeah, so big game Sunday, Lyon versus PSG. That will definitely decide the title. If it's not decided before, that one will just make it greater. But out of all the top 4 teams, Saint Etienne has the easiest technically schedule, but I don't foresee them getting into top 2. I usually can see Lille getting in the top 2 if PSG or Lyon do lose points. But I don't see Saint Etienne getting in there. But with the fixtures, I definitely think that it's going to be Lyon, PSG, Lille, and Lyon, and Lille and Nice on Friday, so one each day. And those are going to be 3 big games this weekend to cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Lyon or PSG. The reason why I don't see Saint Etienne win it is because that would require one of the top 2 teams to lose twice, which is highly unlikely in 4 games. So that's kind of almost impossible, to be honest.
They can't. They can't finish a bit higher though.
Yeah, they've done a great job this season.
They can't, because Lyon and PSG both have some tough games coming up. But they can just suck it up and just play it. Because Lyon did beat PSG in the Cup 3-1, which actually I wasn't watching. There was no live stream, so I wanted to watch it. But let's go to the League 2. Actually, a champion have been crowned, and you know this guy is going off on the admin chat. Rudy have claimed the championship, even though he messed up in the last game, got a default loss, because he messed up in his team sheet. But yeah, they won on goal difference. Vonnegut, you can talk about the default loss they got, because I know a lot of people are actually asking about that.
Yeah, so basically the game before when they played Angers, I think they tied 0-0, but one of their players, Rebecca, gave away I think, a free kick and got a red card, and that basically saved their title. Even though it was a red card, it saved the title. Rudy wasn't too happy about it, but he knew that he saved his title. And in the next game, they had him on that team sheet originally, but they didn't play him. But the player that they played wasn't on the team sheet until after the game, and that's not allowed. So that was the default loss. Rudy was complaining, but then he realized that it was a default loss. He realized what he messed up on, but because of a win on Saturday, of a 7-1 win, I don't remember who was to, but they won 7-1, and they won on goal difference by, I think, 8 goals, and that helped them. Because if they didn't have that and they only won 1-0 or something like that, Troyes would have actually had a chance. But Troyes would have had to score win by 9 goals or more to just get the title, and so that default loss could have cost them the title. And I definitely think that it was a stupid mistake. And I think this week there's just been a lot of stupid mistakes with managers. So
Yeah, there was actually three games that were default losses and default wins and stuff. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, there's three games on Sunday for default losses and wins, and then yesterday was just
that we will talk more about in a second though. That yesterday we'll talk a bit about it in a second. I'm sorry to cut you out, but just wanted to focus on that later on. But let's talk about League One players to focus on for this week. I know there's a lot of players out there. Then it's not only teams, but there are some individual players that we have to look at. Stats wise, there's a lot of great players. All 3 teams, PSG, Lyon, and Lille, have some amazing defensive clean sheets. Over some other players have over 11. I'm pretty sure. I'm seeing 10s, but I'm pretty sure there's somewhere over 11 that have been amazing on defense. But I think it's the teamwork on defense that work. Private Hurricanes can actually talk about more about that because he is the manager of Lille. So take it away.
Well, yeah, we had amazing clean sheet records at the beginning of the season. Not anymore as of late because we've been missing a few players here and there sometimes, which has been a problem. But I mean, the defensive display sometimes, not only from us, but from teams, can be insane. There's just no way you can get through them. And that's good because we didn't have that last season in League, I think. That was kind of our problem. When we were league champions, we conceded about 20 goals, I think. And compare that to now, which is kind of 6 or 7 goals, I'm not even sure.
It's 6 goals.
It's improving, so that's a good
lot
thing.
Improvement.
Defenders are stepping up, and that is good.
And that's one thing with the Xbox VFL. It just seems like they score a lot of goals, but the defense in the midfield is like amazing. But that's a good thing for the PS4 community, seeing that some teams actually have less than 6. I mean, the fewest we see is 5 with PSG, and then Lille and Lyon, and everyone else has over 10. But it's pretty amazing to see. Only 15 games, 6 goals conceded. I mean, when you look at game played, it's a different story. There's still 4 games to go, so still have time for a team to concede. So you don't want to sleep. The defense does not want to stop improving and stuff. So
I'll be looking at my friend Subby for that one on Sunday. If he can keep a clean sheet against PSG, that's going to be massive. So I'll definitely watch out for him and see how he does.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same thing with goalkeepers clean sheet. I mean, I played with Steven Ultras before, and I played with the PSG goalkeeper, and they are 2 good goalkeepers. So they are keeping that clean sheet up, and there's not only one goalkeeper like last season. Sabi just pretty much walked through it, but this season there's more goalkeepers that actually are showing. There's even goalkeeper from League 2 that are actually showing they can play. And actually showing a talent for the VFL, which is a great idea.
7 Ultras basically single-handedly gifted us the win last night in the Cup to go to the semi-finals because Evian dominated us. They got chance after chance. 7 Ultras just kept them out, and then one shot on the other end, and it was in. I think he's an amazing keeper. He's done great for us so far.
Yeah, I think that's what goalkeepers bring, though. It's not you. I think that's what every manager should know from going forward. You need to get a strong back line. I mean, midfield and forward, you can build that from like anything. It's just chemistry that will take for that. But defense has to be strong. Your goalkeeper has to be strong. I mean, Seven Ultras is a really good goalkeeper, but he's definitely going to be one goalkeeper. The goalkeepers and the defense are going to be the main players to watch. But also, we have an attacking player that's going to be also going to be a player to watch, which is what's his name, Sean. Yeah, from Lille.
Sean, yeah.
Everyone's coming from Private Hunks. I think he's hiring FBI agents or something. But he has 13 goals and 11 assists. About to break my record of 13 goals and about to break Herkin's record of 11 assists. So
yeah, he's the best striker in the league this season, without a doubt. Not only because he scores and assists, but he's consistent. Yeah. That is something that is very important and people forget sometimes.
Yeah. Well, with your team only conceding a small amount of goals, especially I've noticed playing PS4 teams, they just love to sweat the ball. And so a lot of the goals are sweaty balls. And they are just, to have a defense that, to not let that happen is so crucial. And your defense has done really well. More than, I think, this last season, you guys lost some good players, but you brought in a lot, which actually helped. And I feel like this season there's more competition. I do feel like you've done better this season than last season, but there's been more competition. There's been more competition. So if it was the same competition as last year, you would be winning it. But I think this year, PSG and Lyon stepped up, because last year PSG and Lyon slipped behind a little bit because they fell apart towards the end. But I definitely think this season you guys are much better, but there's been a lot more competition.
That's true, because I think up front we're just the same as last season, scoring the same amount of goals, being clinical and stuff. But the difference between last year is that we've now got a defence that concedes 3 times less the goals we conceded last season. So we're going forward, but there are teams in the league who are going forward even more, and that is why they're now first and second. They've improved even more than we have. That's why I think one of those two will become champions and probably deserve it as well.
All right, thank you for that, guys. That was a good topic to talk about. But let's go on to yesterday. What happened yesterday? As I said, we will come back to it. So, cup converses. Both me and Pervert Hank Hurricans were on the back of these. On my game, it was Lorient versus Nice, and we did end up. Apparently, we backed out before the goal went in, after the goal went in. But watching the video, the ball was in the net, but the goalkeeper actually was not moving because the ball was in the midfield. But that does not matter. It's the rule of the book. We were retards. We fucked up, and we got the goal. Even though we still won second game 2-1. I scored 2 goals, and then third game they beat us 1-0, which was the golden goal. Herkins will talk about his game against Avian, which was a massacre, I heard.
It was insane. It took about 3 or 4 hours to wrap it up, because the first time we tried to get in, there were connection problems. We lagged out. They got a pen. They missed a pen. That was under 10 minutes, so we backed out after they missed the pen. Second attempt, everything seems fine. We're in the game. We get a pen. Evian back out before we get the chance to take it. And afterwards, Chris has said that, all right, that should count as a goal because we were denied the opportunity from the spot. Seeing that we lost the game 1-0 after that, the full 90 minutes, add that goal to it, makes it 1-1, and we had to go to golden goal, which Evian were pissed about, understandably, but that's how it works. Those are the rules, and we managed to win goal thanks to our keeper pulling up the saves and Sean scoring with basically the only chance we had. So Evian definitely, they got quite unlucky during the games, and the fact that they broke the rule with the penalty incident kind of also classifies as either unlucky or maybe cheating, but I wouldn't say it was cheating. It was just...
That's not cheating, it's rule. Rule of the thumb.
It's a rule. I thought they could get away with that probably, but it didn't end up that way, and that caused a lot of frustration from most of their players, which I can understand.
And that even ended up on being some player banned. So there is some player that got banned from last night. Some issues, players were posting in the forums, and they end up getting banned. And it was just a stupid idea. I mean, you're playing a league; it's just for fun. So have fun, play the games. It's just a cup match. It shouldn't be a big issue. If it was a league match, it would be a different. If it was like it was PSG versus Lyon last game of the season, it would be a different type of reason to be doing that. Now
I wasn't expecting this for a cup game, to be honest.
I wasn't either, really.
I know.
was not
Yeah,
what I was expecting.
as admins, Wednesday nights are supposed to be the easiest nights. There was four
Hmm.
games, and two of them were went to goal goal, and two of them took. We had Bruce really up till midnight just dealing with all the games because it took. We didn't the golden goal games, they didn't end till about 11, almost 11,
Yeah, it
just
took a
because of
while.
lag. And yeah, and there was just tons of arguing, and it's supposed to be the easiest night. And so, not to be mean to managers, but all the managers that were involved in it were complete idiots.
It
Well,
was
thank you.
it was not a good idea though. But
Take that as a
Bruce was
compliment.
pissed. Bruce was pissed, and everyone else was. It was just an exhausted night for the admins. With the admin news, now we only have three admins. RP did get demoted. We're not going to explain what happened. That would be a different story. There would be another fight. So RP did get demoted. It's only Rudy, Vantage, and Pele. And technically, we're talking about the MLS and League Two expansion. I'm going to ask you guys for your opinion, but first, I want to say there is going to be, if we're going to add MLS, you have to know that we will need more admin. So the admin actually applications are open. So if you do want to be an admin, go ahead and sign up for that. I will put the link in the description. So we'll talk about
Well,
MLS
I
and League Two
feel
expansion.
like I said before, RP was a good guy, to be honest. I mean, even after what happened last night, I don't understand why he got demoted, but he was doing his best. He was very respectful towards us, and I'm gonna say that because sometimes people forget that, but maturity is also something an admin needs to have, and he was mature last night when all of this happened. He never started abusing or
Yeah,
shouting.
and we
I feel
do,
bad
and
for him.
yeah,
I
it's
honestly
not.
do.
Yeah, it's not from last night, and I'm not going to say the reasons why, but it's not from last night, and uh we do appreciate from what he did for us, but we just felt that we had to go a different way, and
Okay, because
that's
I hope
happens
it's
in
not
life.
last night because I feel
No, it's
terrible
not. It's
about
not.
it. I don't want to be
No,
the
it's not
reason.
last. Believe me, it's not last night. These things happen in real life. You get laid off, or he didn't get fired. He
Yeah,
just
sure.
got laid off. We just felt that we knew why to go a different direction, and so it just happens.
It's
And
just an issue
yeah,
with with everything. I
yeah,
mean, it's not only he wasn't a responsible and he was a good guy and he was a nice guy to everybody. It's not that. I feel like there was so much going on and he did kind of on everywhere. He was just all over the place. He could have collected himself up and just stay quiet and just talk to the admins instead of throwing it out there and
yeah.
everything. Because I mean,
Well,
it's
yeah,
admin is a job pretty much for the VFL, but
yeah. Well, he can call me any name he wants because I know he's mad at me, but it's just like I'm sorry, bro. I'm telling you, I'm sorry. It just didn't work out. I wasn't ever out to get you or anything. I'm telling you that it's just strictly business. So I hope we can just move on from this and just continue to have the VFL grow on the PS4 side.
yeah, just gotta let it go of it for now. But we're gonna go with the what are you guys' opinions with the MLS League Two expansions?
Personally, I want to go further in the League One or League Two because I know it's only like 2 seasons now, but it already feels like I have a bit of history with certain teams, and if you move leagues, that kind of disappears. Um, when people talk about Lille now, for example, they know that we're all right, quite a decent team. But if you go to the MLS, you have to start all over again. New teams, nobody really knows who's well. You're going to know who's strong and who's not. But I feel like that little bit of history from the last 2 seasons, I don't want to lose that. So I don't think
Yeah.
I want to be honest.
Yeah, I think honestly I feel like the players that are on League One, most of them are gonna end up staying here. I mean, I know I'm not gonna be staying here. I'm getting my personal team if MLS end up coming, because I do have players that are coming from my FEPA, and there's players from VFL that I already talked to, and I can pretty much get a full team. The first 11 is already made, so I'll be putting trials and stuff, but if MLS end up coming, I am going to MLS or League Two. It doesn't really matter. I just want to be able to manage a team again. Not that I have more time, but what Private said, it's pretty much it's true. I mean, you don't want to lose that history. It's something that you have to be proud of and keep it on. You have that little board to just remind you have something that you worked for. So just
Yeah.
keep that history and keep going. But other
Definitely.
than that, lads, I think we are all set here. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's FIFA Trickster here. We have Private Harkins and we have Varnegi. We'll see you guys on the next episode, which is Tuesday with Bruce Lee.
Goodbye.
See ya.